Okay, so I pretty much have everything loaded into the back of my truck.
Santa Claus pulled up, come get the loot. You better been watching what you do. None of that list you got, they gon' come true. Are you been good, haven't you? Santa Claus pulled up, come get the loot. You better been watching what you do. None of that list you got, they gon' come true.
All right, y'all, so I am wrapping up my vendor pop-up today. It's a pretty cool space. It was a whole farmer's market out here, but they've already wrapped up different artists, different studios, people selling their art. So really cool. We just packed up everything in the car and we're about to go to Ann Pizza to get something to eat. Oh, just ripped my earring out. I'm waiting on my sister to take her selfies. But the event went really well. I had a really good turnout. So it was really good for a first one. I get to like learn more about my customers and what they're interested in and things like that. So I didn't get to vlog as much as I wanted at the actual event because I think I was just so focused on just setting up, making sure that everything just went smoothly. So it didn't really occur to me to like pick up my camera and actually record. And then on top of that, I was using my phone to run people's credit cards and confirm payment through like Cash App and Venmo and all those things. So some of the takeaways, I guess, that I've found was that for me, with my table, I feel like people were really interested in the bracelets, but the rotating thing that I had it on was kind of like not the best way to display it because they had to kind of reach towards the back of the table. And so now I'm trying to think of a way that I can switch it up to make it, more user friendly. And people weren't really loving like the free forms that I had on the table, like the more expensive raw crystals or just like geodes that I had, because those are a little more pricey. So smaller spheres, they love the spheres, but the bigger they are, the pricier they get, right? So I said, I have a ton more small ones. Let me just go ahead and bring those. So it's like, I feel like I probably had too many towers. People aren't really, I love towers. So I was really surprised to see how people just weren't really drawn to them that much. But towers sell really well for me online. So I feel like I'm probably just going to keep the towers to a minimum at my pop-ups, and then just the ones I have in stock, just list them on my website. So, I think for a first event, I had like over 40 customers. So I didn't really have a goal in mind because I didn't know. I was like, let me just do this event. And as long as I can make back what I paid the vendor host or the pop-up host, which was $70. And I paid like $10 for parking. And I have to go tally up like my expenses for some of the things I bought for the table, like my tower displays, bracelet display. I need to like do all that math and then look at how much I made and see like how much was actually profits from that event. But then in the bigger scheme of things, of operating the business, how much of that, am I closer to breaking even in my business? Because right now, I'm still not operating at a profit because it costs money to buy the crystals. It costs money to register my business. It costs money to, set up my website. Everything that I need for like photography, like expenses, right? So I feel like that's normal. It takes like more than a year for a lot of businesses to break even and then start making profits. But I'm getting closer, but it was really just a learning experience. And now that I see like the potential I have for pop-ups, like how much money I can make doing pop-ups, I'm definitely going to keep doing it. Because I think if I just do those like every weekend or, 3 weekends, 2 or 3 weekends out of the month, I can really bring in a lot of money. But it was also just nice connecting with the customers. Like, so many different people are just into crystals, and it was so interesting to just see all the different types of people to come to the table and having conversations with them. Like, it was just really, really cool. even if the people didn't make a purchase, but they wanted to know more about crystals and how to use them. It was a learning experience, I think, more than anything. And the fact that I also made, a decent amount of money was really like the icing on the cake. I don't think I could have asked for a better first event. It was a lot of foot traffic. I met some really cool vendors who were set up next to me, like other business owners. And just to like be in that environment, I think was very motivating for me, because to just be selling online, like I don't get to interact with people on that scale. And so it was fun. I really enjoyed myself, and I look forward to doing it again. It was tiring, like it's a lot of work when like my lower back, when I was setting up and like lifting all the crystals out of the car, pulling a wagon to the location, setting up the table. I had my sister there to help me, but we were like, okay, we gotta like do better. Our backs were hurting. Our arms were hurting. So yeah, like you just gotta physically and mentally prepare yourself for how much work and labor actually goes into all of that, because it is a lot, but it's worth it. So I think I'm at a point now where I can say that I'm officially going to like be incorporating pop-ups into my business strategy. But now I am exhausted. I just want to sleep. Like I'm so tired, but it all continues. Like I have to keep going. So I'm just gonna like relax for a little bit, and once I have a little bit more energy, I'll get up and just try to prepare myself for the coming week, and really try to understand what my priorities are and the things that I need to be working on. So yeah, y'all. Thank you for watching.
I'm not trying to put demons in your mind. I just wanna wish you a good night. Hope you get the cream with the pie.